It is time. Hello, everyone. So working on this today. I actually started this yesterday. A little bit of background. We've been watching the live action Sailor Moon series in my art Discord. If you're around, if you're around and you would like to join, there's the link. Because a few of the people in the group haven't seen it before, and we're like, oh, you have to see it. So we've been watching it, and I've been really inspired to draw a bit for the series. I haven't really drawn a whole lot for it in the past. So this is Venus as the Decoy princess. There is a companion piece I would like to also draw for this, but I'm going to wait to talk about it because we are not there yet in the series. And those of you who've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But for those who haven't, especially V-Chan is around, she probably already knows, but I'm not going to go out of my way to spoil. So I started working on this yesterday. There are a few things that I would like to fix. I don't like how I drew the bottom of the frame. I think I would like to mimic more of the swirl as I did up here and the flower here. I actually wonder if I might do another flower here. I might copy and paste the flower there. So yeah, I'm going to do some more swirls and flowers down here instead of the wings. And then Venus here, I think her body proportions are completely off, including her face. So I'm going to redraw that. But it's a good template. Like, it's a good start, so. Let's start with that. Okay. Let's go in here. So I have the reflection layers on. Normally when I do frames, instead of doing reflection, just like mirrored on each side, I'll do like fourths or thirds because I don't want to draw that much of the mirror. But in this case, I really wanted the top of the mirror to be bigger than the bottom, so I can't reflect more than once, essentially, because of that. Which is fine. I can just do more work. Future me can just deal with it, I guess. I should really be kinder to future me, but hi, Snaggle! Oh no, you know what? Thank you so much for lurking, but you definitely need to take care of yourself. That's more important. So it's definitely okay if you can't lurk. Like, go take care of your eyes, especially because little Snaggles need you. Let's get rid of this. Hi, Lyra. I do that, and then hopefully put some beads, some pearls around there. Maybe bigger pearls. Oh, thank you so much. I was definitely thinking of you while I was working on them, and I was like, oh, Lyra and I are going to do traditional stuff. I can buy more art supplies. I was really thinking about how I was going to buy more art supplies and talk to you about it. Do I want it to be... Maybe they should be bigger. I am really hoping I don't run out of steam for the companion piece. Because, you know, like, sometimes, especially for me, I'll get an idea and then I won't want to finish it. Because I'll be like, I did enough. I did enough and I'm done now. But I would really like to do the companion piece as well. I had an idea. I wanted to redraw my old Darkury drawing too. I don't know if I will have the energy, at least this year, to do it. But I would like to do that at some point. I have this, let me pull it up. I have a really old Darkury drawing. Is it in here? Here it is. I drew this like, when did I draw it? 2005? 2006? And like, I didn't have a drawing tablet then, so I sketched it out and then I scanned it and then I colored it with my mouse. So I would like to redraw this one, and I have a couple of ideas how I'd like to do it. I definitely want to keep the whole reflection idea, but I haven't decided if I want it to be like a mirror prison. So it would be more like upright, so the mirror would be here and Darkury would be here, and then, you know, Ami would be in the mirror, and then I'd have Darkury touching the mirror, so it's like frosting over. Like, that was the idea here with this little bit of like ice here. I should have went harder with it, but with her frosting it over. So there's that idea, and then the other one was just a mirror with a bunch of fractures, and then in the fractures are different reflections of Ami and Dark Mercury. So I should probably sketch out both and see which one I like the most. But that is how I'd like to redraw the concept of this one anyway. Broody, I know, right? I can't wait to get to that moment. I don't even want to say. I don't even know what to say for you to like not spoil it, but have you know what I'm talking about. The moment where, okay, yeah, like that, and then the rebirth, like, and the cookies, like, all that's gonna be really fun. I think V-Chan's really gonna like that part because it's so funny. Yeah. Okay, so in here, I want to copy these swirls down in here. I think the wings wasn't a bad idea. I just think my execution of it wasn't very good. That's how I feel about it. So let's get that out, and then I think I still like the idea of it going like this. So we'll still do, I think, the wing motif here. maybe... maybe something like that. And then what if we put a flower here? Put a flower there. Oh, Tiny Soggy, hi! Thanks for following. I hope your nap was good. This... I guess it technically doesn't need to have something here. Like... it could just go like that. It's just something like there. There we go. Fair enough. Okay, I want the bottom heart to match live action Usagi's brooch. So live action, let's do PGSM. PGSM brooch. Okay. Let me just erase in here so I can redo it. Okay, so we have it like that. Do a little bit more stylized. And then it's kind of it's kind of scalloped on these. Okay, something like that. Perfect. Alright, so the frame I think is pretty good. Let's redraw Venus here. Because, I don't understand proportions. And then that's here. I think I want the crescent here. I think. Oh, I don't like how that looks. Let me just go back and trace the one I had drawn. Okay. So I think... How do I want this? Let me look at a profile. Women's profile. It's a little different because it's anime eyes, but think if it's like that, over here. I think the ear might be... I should take some more figure drawing classes. I think that would really help me if I did that. I wanted to, and then COVID happened, and it's kind of hard to do, well, they had a bunch of, like, digital classes, but I really wanted to do in-person ones because the depth is different in person than when you look at an image, even one that's on video. I think that looks a lot better. And then right now, it probably wouldn't be as dangerous to do in-person classes. It just... the short poses. I think one of my regrets was when I was dating my abusive boyfriend. He got mad that I had signed up for a figure drawing class because he didn't want me looking at naked people. And he basically made me drop out. And then he was also an artist, so he went out of his way to look at pictures of people and draw them. And he's like, see, you don't need to take a class with naked people. You can just draw from images. And it's just not the same. Not that like drawing from images, like references, isn't good. Like you do that all the time, but there's a difference seeing the objects in person. Yeah, she can have big eyes, right? It's anime, it's fine. Right, yeah, there's just the way the shadows wrap around, it's just easier to capture that kind of like roundness and volume. I guess I could do some still life drawings. I can go put some cups out and draw cups, but like... I was so excited to take that figure drawing class too, because I was so tired of just like, I was just so tired of drawing like vases, Like being able to draw actual people was like freeing. Okay, it doesn't matter if I'm detailed down here because there's a skirt down here. It didn't just make Dan pose for me? Oh man. I don't think he can stand still long enough or sit still long enough. When he's at his computer. He slouches at his computer. He's like... the other place he sits still long enough is when he's building, but then he's like... while he's building. Roughly the arm is like that. Okay. And what I'm thinking is might have her more down here. Well, probably what makes more sense is if she was here. I just wanted to get the skirt in, but, you know. It'd probably make more sense if she's down here in the frame. If I did put her down here in the frame, maybe I should just make her bigger. I think her boobs are supposed to be lower, but she should be supported. You know? They should have support. You know what I mean? They're going to be doing all that fighting. Right? Though I do headcanon my Venus as being smaller on top and much more bigger on the bottom. So... think like that. It's true. No one can compete with Makoto. So I'm gonna save this body template for the companion piece. I'm gonna draw on top of it. I'll go back to the orange. Then I need to look up the crown, because I don't quite remember what it looks like. I wonder if anyone has a good reference image, or if I'm going to have to look one up. Like screen cap. Oh, here we go. That's a good one. The Sailor Moon wiki has a really good image. She does have one. That's what I should... If this wasn't a serious drawing, I should just have her holding, like, a luggage case full of tiaras. Just... Yeah, I could see her doing that for sure. I'm glad it's soothing to watch. Should I make her tiara ginormous? That's more suited. Make it bigger. Let me think how I want to do this. Let me have the bow come over here. Yeah. I think they all wrongly remembered Usagi, like, the Princess Serenity, to be more graceful than she was. And then I do want one of their gem strands to come out this way. Abby-chan! Came here and bombed everyone. Thank you so much for the resub. I was also thinking if I wanted to do some more embellishments on her outfit, like add some more lace and stuff. Or if I wanted to play it just a little bit more straight. This tummy part's looking kind of weird. It's here. Let's just draw in the rest of the body. Something like that. Turkin, are you awake? Guys, I think Tarkin's awake. He's been pretty pouty today. It's actually not too bad here. We've dropped back into the 70s. He wanted to get up at 10 today, which is fine because I also need to get up at 10, or at least by 10, so I could get ready for the makeup day and to stream right afterwards. But he got up and we came downstairs and we went potty, and then he got really upset because I didn't feed him. And his feeding time, his lunchtime is at noon. So, you know, it's like, it's 10:30 and I'm like, Tarkin, it's too early for lunch. So I left him downstairs so I could go upstairs and like take a shower and everything. And when I came back down from that, I found him, my art cart's here, and he smushed his butt under the art cart and was laying down and like pouting. I think this is another instance where the head is much bigger than it should be. At least it feels like the head is too big. Thank you. Her head looks too big, right? I'm not wrong there, right? I think her head's too big. Come on. I was trying to give her a smaller Asian nose, but like, I think it's better if it's a little bit more out. Because I guess I'm like, mine's like pretty flat too. I think that looks a little better. Turkin, do you want to come say hi? He's wrapped up in his teddy bear right now. That's probably because she's half. She's half Japanese, half, let me double check. think she's half white. Because her last name is Durbro. And she was born in Japan. So, like, she's Japanese, but, like, she's half... I'm pretty sure she's half. Yeah, her dad's British. Yeah. On her the TV Nihon wiki, her dad's British and her mom's Japanese. But yeah, she was born in Saitama. But yeah, she is half Japanese, half white. And she looks so much better without like the terrible hair they gave her during that time. Because like after live action Sailor Moon, like they let her like have fuller hair. Like she looks really cute here. Even here, I think this is the older one. Like I don't know, there's just something about this is sad. Here she is with Aika. Edit. I was actually surprised that she was in... So Japan's actually not very, at least at the time, I think it's better now, but especially back then, they weren't especially kind to half Japanese. If you guys remember, like I follow AKB, which is a really big Japanese idol group, and two of the prominent members actually hid that they were half Filipino for a long time. And the one that eventually came out that she was half Filipino, she talked about how when she was younger, her classmates would make fun of her and say like really racist things to her. Should I make it bigger? Should be like that. Yeah, maybe we'll make it that sized. Do that there. Something like that. Okay. Now that like social media is a little bit more prevalent, I've seen a lot more half Japanese talk about their experiences. Basically their frustrations of being viewed as foreign in their own country, which I guess for me is, I don't know if I want to say of interest really, but like something that obviously I can sympathize with. But immigration is just so normalized here that, you know, when I tell people like, oh yeah, I'm American and I was born in Korea, whatever, everyone's just like, oh, okay. I've definitely had some Europeans tell me, because they'll ask me like, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, well, I was born in Korea, but I'm like from here, like I grew up here. Or I didn't say Korea, I just said like, oh, I'm adopted, but I'm from here, something like that. And they're like, okay, but where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from here, but I'm adopted. And they're like, well, you don't look like you're from here. Where are you from? It was an interesting pushback from European, because Europe has a lot of like immigration too, right? So it's just like, what is going on? A lot of Americans, well, at least in my experience, and like I do have to preface like problem against women. I did read a couple of articles from, it was a male Japanese actor and he talked about how his agency, like there wasn't a Japanese agency that would hire him. They made him go through basically a foreign agency, and he was only allowed to play foreigners. And they treated him like a foreigner, even though he's like Japanese and was born in Japan with Japanese citizenship and everything. It might be because I feel like, well, I haven't really followed a lot of Japanese celebrities, like in idols, since I only really follow female ones. I feel like that's why I hear about it the most. But I kind of wonder if maybe there is a higher bar for female entertainers than there is for male ones, which, you know, not surprising, but I wonder if that's part of it too. Yeah, so I'm saying, I'm like, I don't really want, trying not to speculate on an entire country that like I'm not part of. It is just kind of interesting that like, yeah, because doesn't she also have to? Or like a quarter, like she's mixed race. And like, I get it because like Japan and a lot of the, especially East Asian countries, are very monolithic in their appearance. I think there's far more interracial than we know, and I think that's just because they don't really portray that in their media, which is why I think like the more accessible social media is, the more I've been able to watch these videos from mixed race Japanese people in like Korean and Chinese. And then of course more exposure to see too, because like Southeast Asian countries don't really have very much representation at all. But yeah, it's like, it's just interesting coming from a country that is like based on immigration. You guys know there's tons of racism here, right? But you know, if I tell someone I would say like, oh, I'm from here, I'm American. And they're just like, oh, okay. You know, they're just like, oh, I get it. They understand. There's not any pushback on it, or like, it's not like they don't get it. They're just like, oh, okay. Yes, that makes sense. We just have hair. All this hair takes up over here. It was kind of weird with other Asians though. Because when I moved to Seattle for college, I transferred over, and a lot of my friends were already going to UW. So it was great, like already having my friends here. I transferred over, we all moved in together, and we went out clubbing like really soon after I got there. And my former friend, who is Taiwanese, she brought her Korean friend and his friend out with us. And I remember we were riding the bus to downtown to the clubs, and they turned to me and they're like, you know, what are you? And I was like, oh, I'm Korean. And so they started speaking to me in Korean. And I'm like, well, I don't speak Korean. Hi, Angel, how you doing? We're talking race. Talking me and by minority. But how it's different being a minority in a country that is very made up of minorities versus ones that aren't. But yeah, so we're on the bus and they asked me where I was from, or where I'm from, what Asian am I? And I was like, oh, I'm Korean. And they started speaking to me Korean. I was like, well, I don't speak Korean, like I'm adopted. And they're like, oh, so you're half? And I'm like, no, I'm adopted. Like, I'm full Korean. I just, you know, I'm adopted by white people, and I didn't learn Korean because my parents didn't know Korean, and the community I lived in, you weren't taught Korean. The classes were French, German, and Spanish. And then same Taiwanese friend, she was doing something with one of the, I think she was part of the, was she part of the Taiwanese Student Association? She's either part of the Taiwanese or Chinese one. And she needed to run some errands, and I was out with her, and we were picking up people from some like group thing that they're doing with the association. And we picked up one of her Asian friends. I think it was Chinese. And she's like, we were introducing each other, and she's like, oh, hi, I'm so-and-so. What's your name? I was like, oh, my name's Callie. And she's like, that's a very white name. But I'm like, yes, it is a very white name. She's like, where are you from? So like most of the very like open pushback I've gotten for being Korean is from other Asians because I'm adopted. So I have very white mannerisms, and I don't speak any of the Asian languages. I'm also pretty tall. I'm pretty tall, and I'm pretty big for an Asian too, so that always like throws people off. Of course, like the really racist stuff I get from white people, but the really like open microaggressions I've gotten mostly from Asians, which is kind of interesting, but yeah. Okay, I think you're ready to line. Oh, my favorite part. Yay. Okay, let's get, cause I need to, so I'm gonna do the frame, so I need to put down the reflection ruler. It was very funny. It was not funny, but I was like, it's very funny when Dan and I started dating, because Dan is, I did that in the wrong place. Dan's family identifies as Chinese. They are Han Chinese. He and I have been talking about it because, like, his family, his mom's side's actually from Vietnam, and they immigrated here. They're refugees, and his dad was in Vietnam, but I believe he was born in Cambodia. But they all identify as Chinese, not Vietnamese, not Cambodian, which when I was doing some reading about it, you know, just trying to have a, like, I like learning about culture anyway, but I was like, I should have a better understanding about Dan's family. My understanding is Han Chinese is one of the, what's it called? They're the ones that largely immigrated out of China, into the surrounding areas. So yeah, Dan's whole family identifies as Chinese. And when we first met, his parents, because they saw me, they like had all these like Asian expectations for me, and I was like, I don't know any of these, like any of your cultural customs or norms. Like I don't know any of them. I think it was finally at our wedding that they truly understood, because I told them that I was adopted and that my parents are white, and they met my parents a couple of times, and I think they didn't truly understand until our wedding, when like my entire white family showed up. That they were like, oh. Maybe 5 points too small. Lots of white folks, and like my family is much bigger than Dan's. My family is, well, my mom's side is they're Croatian, and on my dad's side, super mixed. So I would just call them American. I just remember his mom wanted to help us plan with some of the wedding. Like, I didn't really let either of our parents help with the wedding planning, so I was like, but she was trying to help, and she's like, oh, for wedding favors, you should do chopsticks. You can get a really good deal on chopsticks. And I'm like, my family doesn't know how to use chopsticks. Like, I do. My family doesn't. And I was just like, plus, for us, chopsticks is not a thing you give out as like a wedding gift. Oh my god, the funniest thing is Maddie's not here. Um, she would laugh at this though. They opened, when her and I were in high school, they opened a sushi restaurant in our hometown. And if you guys don't remember, my hometown is like white. Well, it's more like predominantly white and very Latino, because there's a very big Mexican population in my hometown. But we went to the sushi restaurant, really excited, and she wanted chopsticks because she learned how to use chopsticks before I did. So we're at the sushi restaurant. She went to the waitress and she couldn't remember the word for chopsticks, so she just went, the waitress. And I remember us being like, what did you just do? And she's like, I couldn't remember the word, but the waitress knew what I was talking about. We're like, yeah, fair enough. So I like that. I don't know if I like that. I want to show that's faceted. Should I do like X's? Oh, good night. Ah, thanks, Lyra. You know, the least you could do is draw them for me. If you were a true friend, you would draw them for me. All right, good night. I mean, I would accept croissant doodles. For sure. They might be the moon princess. I mean, they are like crescent moon shaped. Ah. Maybe I should just bring this all the way down. And I should also do these circles. These are very awkward looking circles. I don't know if it's gonna bother me or not that they aren't perfect circles. I think it will, because so for the frame, I'm going to color it gold. I think I'm going to do gold. I've been going back and forth on gold or silver. For Venus, definitely gold, but I think for the frame, I think it'll be fine if they like aren't perfect circles. That's too wide. Okay. That's a pretty decent looking circle. Aside from stream today, we are supposed to go out to dinner with a friend who's in town. And I maybe baked a bunch of brownies last night so I could give her some. She always accuses me of giving her too much. She wants the baked goods, but she says I give her too much baked goods when I give it to her. Oh, there's too much in the Tupperware. We're gonna go get pizza at Round Table. Because Round Table reminds me of the pizza in my hometown, because they also use a laminated dough. And she's from Oregon, and Round Table, there's a Round Table where she lived, and she's like, oh, that'll remind me of when I was in high school. That'll be fun for me. And I'm like, do you want to be reminded of when you're in high school? Like, PGSM's like really throwing me because it came out, I think it came out when I was in high school, like my senior year. Was it my senior year or was it when I graduated? Anyway. Like, for me, high school wasn't the worst, but I didn't like it, you know? Like I wasn't popular, but I wasn't unpopular, and I did fine in school. I did sports and musicals and I think I liked college the best. College seemed the most freeing and fun, especially because like I was old enough to do what I wanted, and there really weren't parents around or anything, weren't like authority figures. Ooh, roasted garlic dressing. I guess I had a little third nubbin here. Oh, Tarkin's snoring, so I guess he's not gonna come say hi. I thought he was gonna get up and come over here, but like, he is not. High school was... I didn't like getting up in the morning. Getting up in the morning sucks. And, I would drive into school and my friends would laugh because I'd be driving into school with like a bagel in my mouth. And we'd pass each other driving in. I had really bad senioritis my last year. I was like an A student and I think I got like a C, and I think I failed one of my science classes because I realized I didn't need it to graduate, so I just stopped showing up. One of my college friends would get mad at me because she and I had a class together, and we worked. We also worked together. That's how we became friends. And our class that we took together was right after our work shift, and so she would make me go to class. I usually skipped my other classes. There was one class I showed up to just to do tests and turn in papers, and I got like a 4.0 on it. Yay! It was always a blessing when you had the class where the professor didn't take attendance. The ones that did obviously showed up too, but like... since I was an English major, most of my classes just required writing papers and turning them in. And the majority of my friends were all in the sciences. A lot of them in med science or engineering. So they had like actual homework that they had to do and turn in, and labs. So they would come home and have to do homework, and I'd like not be doing anything. I'd just like be playing video games and stuff and chatting with them, just like, hi, how are you guys doing? What's going on? And they're just like, don't you have homework or something to do? And I was like, no. So one of our roommates, like, she was always studying. Because every time we tried to, like, ask her to go out or hang out or whatever, she was just like, I'm studying. And we're like, are you actually studying? Like, who studies that much? And what she was really doing, because the way she studied was to watch TV, which is fine. But she'd watch TV in languages that she didn't know, so she had to read the subtitles. And I was like, you're not studying if you're reading the subtitles. Yeah, I was pretty like... It was pretty lucky. And the other thing, I was really good at writing too. So I could turn out like a 5 to 10 page assignment, an essay in like an hour. And I was also a fast reader. Both these things are very helpful if you're in a major that requires a lot of reading and a lot of writing. You just dropped it. Fair enough. Oh, Turkin. Turkin's awake. Hang on. Turkin, come here. Come here. You want to come say hi? Or come here. Come here. Ah. Decoy, are you gonna cough? Turkin, the specialist vet, wrote his prescription wrong, so his cough medicine, he hasn't been on it because we're waiting for the vet to write his prescription correctly so we can get it filled. Hey buddy, look! Look, Vichan says hi. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Oh, I'm sorry. Saggy says hi too. Turkin, say hi. Does it count if I make him wave? Are you just tired? You wanna go potty? You ready to go pots? Are you falling asleep? Turkey, are you falling asleep right here? Oh yeah. Turkin. Okay. We're gonna go potty. And we'll be right back. Yeah, okay, let's go potty. One moment! Oh my God, he was refusing to pee. We went outside and he was just standing and staring at me. Let's see. I he literally just looked at me. I put him down outside and he was just like I went to community college first because I found out that in my state every university except UW automatically accepts transfers from community college. And of course UW is the one I wanted to go to, and I did go to it. I had to apply. But if I didn't get into UW, I was guaranteed to get into one of the other ones. So I did that for 2 years. More like 3-ish years, because I had the abusive boyfriend during the time that I had to leave. And then I transferred into UW and I went there for like 1.5 years. And my declared major was actually art history, because you have to declare your major by your junior year. But what I really wanted was English. So because I came in my junior year, I declared my major as art history, because art history, it depends on the department. There's some departments where like, oh, you just go sign your name on the paper saying that you're an art history major, while other ones you have to like apply for it. And English you had to apply. Art history you just had to like sign up. So I signed up for art history, and then I applied for English later that year. The thing is like, if you don't declare a major, the college just harasses you until you do. Like, I didn't want that, so. And then I was originally going to minor in art history, but I graduated early and I needed one more class to get the art history minor, but I didn't want to take another semester just for that credit, so I didn't do it. And I regret that a little bit now. But who's texting me? Okay, it's just Christy. It is our friend from out of town, yeah. It is her. Now she's still texting me. Okay. I told her we're bringing a present. Bring those. Well, I didn't tell her it was the brownies, but I bring the brownies. I was nice this time. I didn't give her a ton of brownies. She would have yelled at me. Still texting me? I think my parents are supposed to get... Oh, they got her. My parents are supposed to get their new dog today. Your brownies. Yeah, new dog today. So my mom was talking about how so originally she was supposed to go pick her up from Spokane. Spokane's on the other side of the state. And I know I told you guys in Discord a little bit, but for anyone who doesn't know, there's a huge fire going on. I mean, there's lots of little fires, but there's a huge fire going on in like Washington, Canada, and Idaho. So they actually drove all the way to Idaho to get her because her owners cannot safely get her to Spokane. So they met in Idaho. They're talking about how she's a little skittish, which makes sense. And I was telling my mom, like, oh, you know, it took Tarkin like a month to get used to us when we got him, so. And she's talking about how she's eating the treats that we had left. New dog day. I'd show you guys the dog, but the picture has my dad in it, so. I will not be showing you guys my dad. If you if you guys are dying to know, my dad looks kind of like Bill Clinton. He used to get so mad during Clinton's presidency because the guys at work would call him Mr. President. know, right? The flower actually looks kind of nice. I usually have such a hard time drawing flowers. I feel like roses are the hardest, and I'm not really trying to draw a rose here, but like... So I feel like if you don't get the right shape on a rose, it ends up looking like a carnation. I usually stay on for 2 hours because of my shoulder issues. I used to go longer when like my body wasn't falling apart. Sometimes I do go longer. Today, since I'm going to have dinner with a friend, I won't be staying on longer, but yeah, it's usually like at least 2 hours. We should do another draw and chill in chat sometime. Because we could either screen share, or I could put on something for us to like have in the background while we work. Gnome couture. Oh man, you could totally learn to draw, Soggy. Like, okay. I say that like it's so easy. I mean, drawing's hard. But if you want to learn, you could totally learn. That said, it does take a lot of time, so if you didn't want to learn, that's also fine. Yeah, that's like the hardest part. Like, I actually gave up drawing for a while there. Because I just was like, I'm not very good at it. I'm not going to get any better. I want to be a writer. I'm sure since I told you guys I was an English major, I took a lot of creative writing courses. Like, I wanted to be a writer and I wanted to go into publishing. You should do the watercolors again. And then what did sometime after college, I was just like, you know, I want to draw again. I'm gonna buy an art tablet and I'm gonna start drawing again. And that's what I did back in like 2013, something like that. Right before LiveJournal collapsed and we all moved to Tumblr, I got a drawing tablet and I started drawing again. It was a break. I took a pretty, like, I stopped drawing for like 7 years. It was a little frustrating there when it came back to drawing to realize that I wasn't as good as I used to be. Like doing a lot of relearning. But I was having fun with it. You know, and that's when I realized that I shouldn't have given it up just because I thought I was bad at it or that I wasn't going to get any better. Like, I should have just kept doing it because I liked it, which is where I'm at now. I draw because I like drawing. I am admittedly at a place where I can usually draw what I'm like seeing in my head, which is great that I've developed my skills far enough along to do that. Because I think that's the most frustrating thing is like having, like not being able to draw exactly what you see, and like the patience that Tiny was talking about, the Sagi was talking about, like having the patience to like learn enough to get there. I thought I was gonna be a published writer. The other thing is like, it's much easier to get into art than before. I mean, traditional art's always been there, but like for digital art, it's a lot easier to get into it. Because we all have phones. You can draw on your phone, you can get a tablet. You don't have, and get like a giant Cintiq like I have. You can get an entry-level drawing tablet for like $30 to $50. So it's a lot easier to get into it. There's a lot of tutorials online. Like, people are so good about sharing and teaching than they were like 10 to 15 years ago. I like to include myself in the teaching aspect. People used to like really gatekeep digital art. It was really annoying. They didn't want to share like their tools and like how to do things. Because they're just like, oh, I had to like pay to learn. You should have to pay to learn too. And it's just crap. Go back over here for this one. Okay, let's finish off this little area and then we'll be done with stream today because it's 4:30. Oh, how am I going to do the big curve on this mirror? Oh no. How am I going to do the big curve on the mirror? Well, since I'm in the mood, I'm going to do the big curve and then we'll be done with the stream. Okay, we did the big curve. No, I don't like that. That's pretty good. I'm gonna pull it down just a bit here. I feel like since I'm pretty warmed up, I can get these curves in a little bit better. Okay. So we will end there. Saved. Okay. Next stream should be on Tuesday. Look at my schedule here. So next stream should be on Tuesday. Debating. So I said that in September I was going to add a gaming stream on Fridays. And I'm debating on if I want, because the first Friday in September is September 1st. So I'm debating on next week if I want to do that or wait until the next week. We'll see. But yeah, anyway. Thank you guys so much for coming by today and hanging out. Next stream is on Tuesday. Otherwise, I will see you guys around. See you in chat. And see you next time. Bye!